Hi guys, it's Cam from Arsenal Theory here, back on location again. It's a lovely day. Gonna hit the beach later. Just realised that those two trees kind of like two goalposts, don't they? This might be the last on location though, because I get really bad hay fever, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to be coming out here. So, just a quick video today. I was asked a question from my last video. Kind of the fallout from the Man City game by the Gooner Hub. Please check those guys out, good guys. And they asked the question about, well, they said you're going to kind of agree about, you know, the lack of squad depth, etc. But they asked me, what would you change going forward for the rest of the season or the next few games? It's a really good question actually, because I hadn't, up until that point, I hadn't really thought about it. And when you stop and think, something clearly has to change, because we're on a downward spiral and we still need to pick up points. And so I think, you know, if you can't change it in training, etc., then you have to change some of the personnel, really, don't you? And I think starting with, I think Trossard needs to come in firstly. You know, he gives us, I believe, a certain level of control that we've lost in the last few games. Maybe take Saka out against Chelsea, you know, bring Trossard in, put Saka on the bench. Great option to have off the bench. He's looked a bit, I don't know if he's leggy or tired, but something's not quite right. So I'd definitely bring Trossard in. I think Thomas Partey has looked pretty bad. There was this clip from the City game that's been doing the rounds. It's at 1-0 and City have a counter-attack and Partey's just jogging back and he just lets De Bruyne just run past him and just doesn't even bother trying to track up the make up the distance or anything. And it was only like 20 minutes into the game. It wasn't like it was the end of the game. It was like 20-25 minutes in, and the only reason they didn't score was because Haaland was a bit greedy. If he just slotted De Bruyne in, it would have been 2-0 after 20 minutes. So maybe Partey needs a rest. I think you could bring Jorginho in. Obviously he'll be playing against his former club. But the main one really, I think, is Trossard. He's really done nothing to be dropped at all. Tierney probably needs a run out. Do you try and mix it up at centre-back? Kiwior, for some reason, hasn't been getting any minutes. Is this an opportunity to get some minutes against Chelsea? The thing is that, you know, Chelsea have been terrible, and you got to think, well, if we can't experiment, if we can't afford or experiment to make changes against this Chelsea team, then when are we going to be able to do it? You know, and you know, there's no shame in changing something. You know, we could try something against Chelsea on Tuesday. At half time, it's not working, then we fix it up. You know, that's what we do. But some of the players are acting in a way, I think, that like they're not under threat, or their positions. Partey's not playing like someone who's got another player kind of breathing down his neck. You know, like, oh, if I don't put in a good performance today, I'm going to be out for the next game. He's not playing like someone like that. He's playing like someone who's kind of guaranteed to start. So there's that. I do think Ramsdale needs to kick up the arse. I don't know if I'd risk Turner though. Maybe I would. I think. Yeah, and I don't know how someone like Ramsdale. We don't know what kind of personality these people are. And maybe he's the kind of guy that needs to be taken out the firing line. Maybe he's the kind of guy that needs a stick in order to improve. You know, some people get better through encouragement, positive reaffirmation on things. But then other people, they don't. Other people react better to harsh truths and actual well, in the case of football, being dropped. Maybe that's what needs to be happening, because he is capable of playing better, and for whatever reason, he's not. So, like I said, it just depends on the kind of personality he is, and I don't know what kind of personality he is in that. So, Ramsdale should be concerned, and if Turner isn't kind of capable to come in, then why have we got him at the club? You know, he's an international goalie for America. If he's not good enough to kind of take a couple of games away from Ramsdale, then to be honest with you, there's no point in being there. And I feel it's the same with Holding as well. Something clearly needs to change there. I'm even more inclined to try maybe Ben White at centre back again, because it's not like he's killing it at right back. If he was killing it at right back and White and Saka over the last few games had just been killing teams and dominating teams, you might look at that and go, okay, well, we don't really want to mess with that, because that's been a really, really good outlet for us the last 3 or 4 games. But that's not been the case. So what are you actually losing by moving him to centre back? So there's that. I don't think we're going to lose as much on the right as we maybe would have done before. I don't think, ultimately though, I don't think the manager's going to change it that much. I think he'll start Trossard against Chelsea. I do think he'll do that. But I don't think he's going to change. I don't think he's going to change much else, which is a shame really, because these next few games, how they go, will really start creating an impression of Mikel on the fans. And so I don't know. It could turn. It sounds silly, but it could turn a bit nasty for him. It could turn, like, people might start saying, well, you know, is he a kind of flat track bully kind of manager where, yeah, we can slap the kind of mediocre teams, but when the pressure's on and you need to be innovative and come up with solutions, he hasn't. Sorry, the dog's wanting some treats. Is he going to come up with stuff? Because he used to be like that. You know, when we won the FA Cup. You going to say hello? Come up here. Come up here. When we won the FA Cup, you know, he was very, very creative. He was very, very creative with solutions during that period. But that seems to have That seems to have kind of eluded him recently. So I don't know. But yeah, definitely I'd bring Trossard in. You know what? I mean, maybe Nketiah. I've not really seen much from Jesus to make me go, oh yeah, he needs to start. But this is where, you know, the manager has his favourites. But by rights, I think Trossard should come in. I think there's an argument for Nketiah to come in. I think there's even an argument for Reece Nelson. But then you're changing like nearly a quarter of the team. Then it's a bit much. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Reece James is out for Chelsea. He's out for the rest of the season. And there was another injury that they had, but I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. So, you know, bring on Tuesday. Let's try and get back to winning ways. We still haven't won a game since I started this channel. It's incredible. It's like, is it me? Am I to blame? I hope not, because I want to keep this channel going. So, like I said, shorter one today. But yeah, that's the main one in. I'd bring Trossard in. I'm starting to question things like, well, what's wrong with Kiwior? We spent 30 million on Vieira. What's going on with that? If Kiwior's not going to get a game now, when is he going to get a game? I don't know. So yeah, lots to think about. But Chelsea are terrible. Hopefully we can really just smash them. All right, I gotta go. Thanks very much. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.